Hear my creed. Justice is dead. I, the bringer of truth, have come to replace it.
To toss those guilty in the sight of God before his feet. To purge the filth that now engulfs the city I love.
To end the life of any criminal who stands between me and the truth. I will be as uncompromising as God, as defiant as the devil.
I am the law.
I am the mediator.
I am the judge.
Moving forward.
Copy that.
I guess that military service paid off, didn't it?
Well, it taught me how to kill anything that pisses me off, so yeah. Let's go. Clear.
Yep, clear.
Drop it. You know, you probably don't want to bring a knife to a gunfight. Just a suggestion. Hey! You hearing me?
What's going on?
We caught our burglar. Looks like our tip was solid.
Glad to hear it. Don't have too much fun now.
Said no one ever.
You're not.
Child. You see that camera? You're about to be broadcast to the whole wide world. Probably not in the demeanor you were hoping for with you wetting yourself and all. But you see, you're a mistake that was made long ago. Not by you, not by your parents, not by God, but by society. Society is as much to blame for what's happened here today and what's going to happen. That camera is gonna stop mistakes like you from slipping through the chain link fence of our law-abiding system.
You're not. How much more? How much more is it gonna take before you people realize what must be done?
This neighborhood has been plagued every day with crime. It's allowed to run rampant through our streets, and the cops do nothing.
Bought out by crooks like them, or they're apathetic. They don't care about what they consider to be harmless crimes. Evil prevails when good men do nothing.
We refuse to do nothing.
Please, I'll go to jail willingly. My child needed to be fed.
Might as well talk mano a mano, man to man, or woman. How do you think your child will see you after you steal from him? How do you think he'll feel when you spend your entire life in jail, never there for him? He will never see you as a true mother.
When you have a son who needs to be fed, you're given no other choice.
A criminal's rationalization. There is always a choice. And you chose wrong.
A killing spree has taken America and the world by storm. These killings aren't just by any serial killers. These presumed men have a single unified goal: murdering criminals. After each murder, they leave behind a recording for the police to find. Although seen as evidence, the media was able to obtain bits of footage. The footage here is disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised.
Before you people realize that things must change. This neighborhood has been plagued every day with crime. It's allowed to run rampant through our streets. The police, they do nothing. Bought out by crooks like them, or they're apathetic. They don't care about what they consider to be harmless crimes. Evil prevails when good men do nothing. We refuse to do nothing.
As you can see, they use the footage to spread their philosophy to the public. Likewise, a surprising number of people have come out in support of their cause. However, there has been a harsh debate circulating as to the irony of these acts. Is turning to crime the only way to end crime? Many qualified personnel have come out and said no. They view it as a tortured logic. The police continue their investigation to find the vigilante.
So we agree to go out in the front, right? Because it'll be weird if he goes to open a broken lock.
I agree, we agree on that, but Gear still needs to be in the street.
Why are you so stuck on Gear camping out in the street? The guy will go out the back because it's closer that way.
His first thought is going to be go out to the front because he thinks that we're not willing to shoot him in broad daylight in the middle of a neighborhood.
Carl, this is ridiculous. The guy will not escape. Don't you see? They're idiots compared to us.
I agree that we're smarter, but what makes us smarter is that we cover for every possible scenario. And the greatest scenario is that he goes out the front.
Hey, what's going on?
We received a tip that Callahan's conducting yet another burglary at this house on 5th Street. This is probably our best chance to end his spree, especially after what happened at his last burglary.
Okay, perfect. So what's the plan?
See, that's where we disagree. Carl.
It seems like the houses are kind of close together, so there's not going to be much space for me out back. Why don't I park my van across the street? That way, if he tries to go out the front, I can nail him. If there's any trouble on the way in, I can cover you guys.
Whatever. We'll go tomorrow. It's supposed to happen around 9 in the morning.
Very well. See you then.
Not good enough.
Hey, Carl. What are you doing out here? Come inside. Food's in the kitchen. Carl?
Yes, Joey, I'm coming.
Alright.
Would you cut that out?
Sorry.
Entering house. No response from doorbells.
Copy that.
Hello? Anyone home?
What? Yeah, the tip was solid. There's no one here.
Alright, I'll drive up and you guys can get what you need.
No.
No! Get me out of here!
Look, it's really hard for me to focus on my lines with you over there screaming bloody murder. Do you mind? You can't expect me to just sit here. Recognize it? It's yours. Fine firearm, this one. And no, I don't think you're just gonna sit there. But what I do think is this. You're gonna die. But whether that's instantaneous or slowly drawn out is completely and entirely up to you. Which would you prefer? Wonderful. Done setting my lines anyways. Joey, let's get shooting.
Ready?
Ready.
And action.
Once again, how is this not getting through your thick skulls? How many more are we gonna have to kill before this neighborhood finally gets it? Can you not see that this man is a danger to society?
We found this firearm on the killer. Killer, you say? Yes, killer. And rapist. You should have seen his last victim. Doozy, that one. Sometimes you people just don't make sense. You may say that what we're doing here isn't fair punishment. But see, we do not ascribe to the eye for an eye ideal that so many people needlessly cling to. We do not believe in an equal society, and thus we do not believe in equal punishment for those who choose to disrupt it. We believe in your life for an eye. When the criminals of this town try to scare us into submission, we must be ready to meet them with a force that they cannot contend with. We must be prepared to wipe out every single sect they have left, to wipe them out completely.
The police have the means, but they lack the force of will to do what must be done. That's why we...
Get him!
Son of a...
Ugh, don't even say it. Come on, let's get out of here.
Gentlemen, we've come a long way.
Here, here.
Who would have thought a group of ragtag friends could come together to be the most lethal force against evil that this neighborhood and this world has ever seen? We couldn't do it without you, Joey. You wealthy son of a bitch.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I certainly worked my ass off for that inheritance.
And you, the man they called, the one that you never saw, the bullet they never heard. Gear, our fearless leader, blood of my blood. You led us to seats fit for kings. Handpicked by God. You know, they say that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but they never said a thing about what 3 wrongs make. Here's to us, this neighborhood, to a righteous purge.
Tuning in, that you may have not heard of the vigilantes taking over a small neighborhood here in the United States. Seeking to clean their crime-ridden neighborhood, they've begun capturing criminals red-handed and then killing them in a live recording left behind for the police to find upon investigation. Some of the files have made their way online and can be viewed on various sites. The irony of killing killers has sparked debate across the nation. Joining us today is John Ridlock from Washington, D.C. John, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
So, having heard of the events that have unfolded, how does a man who defends criminals respond to these acts?
Well, for starters, I think I'd like to find a new career.
Can't have clients dying on you now, can you?
That's exactly right. It's bad for business.
In all seriousness, though, you're a very well-known criminal philosopher. You have written several best-selling books, and you're personally against the death penalty. How do you respond to these men who act as if they're judge, jury, and executioner without hesitating?
What these so-called heroes are doing is asserting power over an area by inflicting fear on the public. They may say they're trying to wipe out crime, but I find that hard to believe. How can you stop crime with crime? Take Lenin, for example. He swore he'd eliminate poverty, but he failed. He used the excuse of the rich as a scapegoat for gaining power. Sadly, I think he truly believed himself. I think these men in this neighborhood truly believe themselves too. Ultimately, a criminal is just a normal man who has blinded himself into believing he's doing good. But the reason behind it all is exactly the same. Power.
If those men were watching you right now, what would you say to them?
Well, the more you play with fire, the more likely you are to get burned.
She's left. Go, go, go!
So, what's going on exactly?
We received a tip that the husband living here beats his wife. The mother's taking her daughter to a piano lesson, and she doesn't leave the house often. But when she does, normally the husband's not around, but not today. This is our best chance. We have about an hour to get in and out.
Damn, I missed this conversation.
Maybe if you listened... Come on, let's go. Moving in. we have here? Happy Father's Day. I love you, Daddy. Mom said heaven is a big party, so we don't have to be sad. Hey, Gear, you there?
Yeah. What's up?
Looks like it's a no-go. There's no one here.
Too bad. Well, get out of there. I'll meet you back at the base.
Now, give us a second. I want to take one last look around.
Alright, well, I'll stay behind until the two of you are out of the building. Hurry up.
Hey, Gear.
Yeah. What's up?
I was wondering, what happened to you guys out there when you were...
It's not a fun story.
I'm accustomed to sad stories.
We were like any other soldiers once. Strong, obedient. But when our CO wasn't willing to do what was required in order to get the information we needed to save lives, Carl started torturing assailants off the books. He hurt people, a lot of people. I told him that it was for the people there, that the information he got saved lives, it was invaluable, but the emotional and mental toll it took on him was irreversible. When we returned home, and our neighborhood hadn't changed at all since we left, that our people were worse than the people we've been fighting against, it was too much for Carl. He felt everything we had done was in vain. The only way to keep him from losing it completely was to put him on a crusade to save this city from its poison.
More like he's swimming in poison, not cleansing it. He really seems to enjoy himself.
Just watch. It will backfire on the criminals of this city as he utilizes crime against them.
What if it backfires on us? What if we become the very thing we swore to destroy?
And we follow the oath. And bring ourselves to justice.
What are you saying, Gear? Suicide?
Look, Joey, don't worry about any of this. You, Carl, and I, we're good people, seeking good things. Just forget this conversation ever happened. We need to worry about the work of now, not before.
Yeah, I was just... Yeah, right, sorry.
Hey there. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. What's your name? You know, it's not very nice not to tell someone your name if they ask.
You're a stranger.
We don't have to be. Just tell me your name and we won't be strangers anymore.
I'm Clara.
Clara. That's a pretty name. I'm Carl. Is your mother home? Did she leave you here? We'll find her, okay? So where's your father?
He was in the military, but now he's gone.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can I get a hug?
No. Guys, you need to get out of there now. She's coming back.
Every war has its costs.
have you done?
What I had to.
She left the kid. You guys gotta get out of there now. I'm heading out. Meet you back at the house.
Okay, me and Carl are getting out now.
Clara!
We have to leave now.
Clara? Clara! Clara?
Joey, let's go!
I'm sorry.
Hey, Clara!
What the hell were you thinking, Carl? You killed a child. A child, Carl! I didn't agree to this. I didn't agree to any of this. I did what I had to, Joey. It was either kill the kid or get found out, and our work is too important to let that happen.
More important than a child's life?
Yes.
You're sick, Carl. You're sick.
You haven't been to war, Joey. You haven't seen its horror. I'm not gonna apologize for what happens. Innocents die. Women, children, they're collateral damage in a war they didn't want. If you don't want collateral damage, don't start a war. But Joey, we didn't start this war, they did. They wanted this to happen. They wanted us to make a mistake. To something that would separate us. But we can't afford to be divided, not when it matters most.
Even if what we do is wrong?
When we have done so much right, the wrong doesn't matter. I didn't go to war to watch the people that I was fighting for become the people that I'm fighting against. Out there, there is no morality. When I was in the desert, I had to learn that the hard way. These people that we tried to help, we would ask them, we would beg them to tell us information about the men that murdered their children and raped their wives. And so, I did what I had to. I tortured them. My commander never asked where I got the information because I was always right. I remember. I had just got done torturing this man half to death. Finally, he tells the truth. He had broken into a house and murdered the entire family was in there. The entire family, Joey, just to escape the police. The man was a US citizen that had recently helped bomb a gas station. Unfortunately, I wasn't on tour. I was at home. I was doing terrorist work on a military assignment. And so he promised me that when he went to the stand, he would tell the truth. We had so little evidence against him, and so we just needed him to go up there and confess. But when he went up there, you know what he did? He lied, Joey. He fucking lied. Bold-faced and everything. And with no evidence, he's just set free. And so a few days later, I run into him in an alley. He didn't even recognize me. If he had, he would have run away screaming. I put a bullet in his head, and I haven't regretted it a single day since, and I never will. There will always be gray areas, but I expect you to make the same choice that I did.
Just because there's shades of gray in this world does not mean you get to play God.
But I still get a choice. Come on. Let's go.
Joey, what the hell?
War happened, Gear. Joey wasn't ready for it. Give him time. He'll understand. I say we take a break. We'll start again in a week's time.
Very well.
Hello, Gare.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I know a lot more than that about you. You have some exquisite skills. No wonder you've been doing so well killing all the criminals in the city.
How do you know who I am? Who sent you?
I sent myself. I'm an admirer of sorts, and I have a job for you.
I'm not a hitman. I don't do jobs. Everything I do for this city and its people, free of charge.
Well, that's good, because I don't have any money. Alright then, straight to the point. My wife is dead. She was killed right in front of me. I had to jump into the bushes or he would have murdered me too. So now I need you to kill him.
Me and my friends don't do what we do for people who just ask. We're given information and then we take care of it for the city.
Well, now I've given you the information. He's a murderer and I saw him do it. What more do you need?
Why should I trust you?
He's my brother.
Well, that was easy.
What's going on?
Yeah, we're getting better at this.
No. No. No! Please! No! No! Oh!
Much better. I get the camera. We're set to go. Action.
Here we are. Another criminal, another crime. This man brutally murdered his own
Brother's wife. Many of you were angry that we allegedly killed a child, and yet you say nothing of a man who stands guilty of a similar crime. Sacrifices must be made. Maybe if we didn't live in constant fear of the police interfering in our affairs,
Things could have been different.
this was not our doing. It was theirs! The only way we can see change in this world is if those who are unaffected by its problems are just as angry as those who are. Many of you may choose to see this neighborhood as a product of itself. You may choose to write us off. But by writing us off, you are siding with the enemy. You are choosing to be against us. We hope none of you choose to write us off. Prove that you are still with us.
Every war has its cost.
Once again, the so-called 3 judges strike. The man was under suspicion for killing his wife. The police couldn't find the individual himself as he was hiding in a friend's house while the friend was out of town. What the vigilantes didn't know is that the man was written off as a suspect mere hours after they killed him. The police managed to detain another man who had confessed to everything, even admitting that he informed the vigilantes as an anonymous tip that the man had killed his wife, providing false evidence to back up his claim.
Joey?
I killed an innocent man.
Joey. No, Carl! I don't want to hear any more bullshit you want to come up with about this is war, this is collateral damage, or any shit you come up with to excuse for what we did. I killed that man. His blood is on my hands now. How did we not know that he was innocent? We've gone through all the necessary vetting processes before. We swore to kill any criminal that thrives in our city, right? Well, what if I'm the criminal? What if we are the criminals? What must we do? Is it our duty to at least, I don't know, turn ourselves in?
Joey, what do you want us to say to that? Do you want us to kill you too? To make you another one of our victims? To make an example of you?
You deserve as much as I do, Carl, for what you did to that little girl. Hell, even more, considering what you did in that war.
You shut the hell up about that, Joey! You don't want to go there!
Carl, calm down. Joey, we've been over this.
I don't think we've been over it enough. How can you live past that? How can you just sit there and do nothing? Your brother killed a child, and you did nothing.
Joey, we are all in this together. We are all co-conspirators, but we have done so much good. We have wiped the streets clean. Have you seen the crime report for the past 2 weeks?
How can we trust our own hands after what we've done to that man? After we failed to realize that man was innocent? What? No. No, you didn't. No.
Joey, we had to make sure you were with us, even in the worst of circumstances, even when you knew you had killed an innocent man. We need you to be with us. You remember what I said. You're either with us or you're against us. You don't want to be against us.
You knew he was innocent, and you did nothing?
Yes, we did. We now have the evidence we need of your actions. You try to turn us in, and we'll turn you in right back. You're stuck with us now, Joey. You have no choice.
There's always a choice. I'm going to turn myself in.
Joey, I'm gonna tell the police everything. Your names, what we've done, everything. And there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Joey, think for a second you don't want to do this.
Watch me.
No, I don't think we will. Well, there goes our revenue source. Looks like we're gonna have to find another way to purchase our equipment. What do you think?
To end any criminal that gets between me and the truth.
What? Here. What are you doing?
Sorry, Carl. I let you become the one thing you were fighting against. I should have let you kill yourself that day. Maybe then this could have been prevented.
We can talk about this. Just put down the gun. I did what I had!
So did I.
Please state your emergency.
Hello? There's been a shooting in my neighborhood.
Okay, do you know the location of the house?
It's at 2211 East Hatch. Please hurry.
The police will be there momentarily.
Thank you.
To end the life of any criminal who stands between me and the truth.